Virginia Sharp March with VSM Coaching and Consulting. I love to empower people to find their confidence, to get unstuck, to get balance in their life, no matter what they're doing. Because even if we don't have a title, we are still leading, because we are at least leading ourselves. And all of us deserve to be led well. And when we can lead ourselves well, we can lead those around us well. I'm going to tell you about my leadership journey, and it's going all the way back to second grade. Apparently in second grade, my teacher told my parents, "What type of leader do you want Virginia to be?" Now, I was the youngest of 5 children. I was in a class with about 20 students. I was in a small rural elementary. We never had more than 20 in our class. Apparently, I must have been leading my classmates a little bit negatively, or maybe some bullying. It was probably what I was getting from my siblings at home. We also grew up on a dairy farm. And at that point, my parents decided it was time for me to get up with everybody else and do chores. Starting in second grade, I was getting up between 5 and 5:30 in the morning doing chores before going to school. And that continued all the way through high school. My parents never did tell me this story until much, much later, but it was more than likely the start of my leadership. From there, starting in 3rd grade, I joined 4-H. For the next 11 years, I was part of sewing and dairy 4-H and learning leadership skills without realizing I was learning leadership skills, because it was just a fun environment. I had some fantastic mentors. And later on in my 4-H career, it was high school. I remember being a senior in high school and being asked, "What is your leadership style?" Now, when you're in high school, to you, at least to me, leadership was popularity. To me, the leaders in our school were those who were really good at the sports, those who everybody wanted to date or be around or ask to their parties. As I reflected on that question, I do remember saying that I am a leader and I lead by example, because leadership is influence. And I had the respect of all my fellow students, not just in 4-H, but student council, cheerleading, all the regular stuff. And because of that, I was able to lead. And that was a start of when I realized what a leader I could be. Graduated from high school, married my high school sweetheart. We ended up in Cheyenne, Wyoming at F.E. Warren Air Force Base. We were there for 5 years. Got my bachelor's in fashion interior merchandising. Not many options in Cheyenne, Wyoming for fashion interior merchandising. I then ended up at a local library. Had 2 fabulous mentors who encouraged me to stick with libraries. And after my husband got out of the service and we ended up back in Ohio, I got my Master's of Library Science, and then that was the start of my library career.
If you desire a speaker who will inspire your audience with positive messages, contact me today. Personal growth is something that is ingrained in me. I love to share my story and inspire others on their own personal growth. I'm Virginia Sharp March of VSM Coaching and Consulting, an empowering and resourceful speaker, trainer, and coach.